Welcome to SAT TV's news. I am Shanna Esprit, your presenter. In our top stories, independence activities officially launched for 2013. Police shooting prompts violent protest in Trinidad. Cleveland kidnapper Ariel Castro found hanged in cell. And in sports, inaugural Lima Call Caribbean Premier League records on and off the pitch. Details of this will follow.
Yeah. I know that things are tough, but we will make it out. Dominica, we all gonna make it one day. The pressures of the system make us lose around. Oh yeah, we all gonna make it one day. Yeah, listen now, there's something that I wanna say to you. You get me so angry. Yeah man, this is Emma Moses, you know, and you're watching SAT News, the People's Choice, yeah? Make it bless, make it bless, make it bless. Love.
Welcome back. Following the launch of the Caribbean Wellness Day 2013, where individuals were advised to eat healthy, Minister of Health Honorable Julius Timothy said Dominica as well as the other Caribbean countries are faced with a challenge in dealing with chronic non-communicable diseases.
These diseases, including diabetes, hypertension and cancer, are the major causes of both morbidity and mortality in Dominica. A link between CNCDs and smoking, harmful consumption of alcohol, and unhealthy diet and lack of physical activity is well known.
Mr. Timothy said these conditions threaten the quality of life of the people and are influenced by one's living conditions.
That is, where they habit, work, learn, worship, and recreate. Notwithstanding the considerable impact on individuals and families, they also have implications for the health delivery system and the economic standing of our nation. This year, Caribbean Wellness Activity focus on the youth. Bear in mind that NCDs are normally associated with older people.
He noted that we should remember NCDs are lifestyle diseases developed through certain Caribbean behaviors and during the early youth stage have lifelong consequences.
Behavior including smoking, harmful use of alcohol, consumption of junk food, and decreased fruits and vegetables, long hours spent on smartphones, Facebook, Twitter, and television. In today's technologically dominated society, staying healthy while coping with the demands of school or work and family is a key challenge for both the youth and adults.
According to the minister, global trends indicate that NCDs are on the rise amongst our people. Available information on Dominica youth reveals that smoking amongst students is more than twice of those of adults.
10% for the adults and 25% for students. Use of alcohol is higher among students than adults. Adults 51%, students 53%. Students have poor eating habits, low physical activity levels, especially among females. 1 of 10 students are obese.
On behalf of the Ministry of Health, Honorable Julius Timothy is encouraging the public, particularly the youth, to practice healthy habits. In more news, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has confirmed that Mrs. Alex Boyd Knights is the government's nominee for president once the reigning president terms comes to an end. The news came on Wednesday morning following a meeting on Monday, August 2nd with Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit and opposition leader Hector John to discuss the presidency. A new president who will serve for a 5-year term is set to be elected in the month of October 2013.
I can confirm that I held consultations with the leader of the opposition on the issue of the vacancy in the office of president, and the cabinet took a decision to nominate Mrs. Alex Boyd Knights, who is our current Speaker of the House of Assembly, to serve as president for a 5-year term. So I can in fact confirm that the cabinet has in fact taken that decision.
His Excellency Mr. Eliud Williams is the current president of Dominica. He replaced Dr. Nicholas Liverpool, who had resigned due to health conditions back in August of 2012. Efforts to contact the opposition to get their opinion on the matter proved futile. In other news, the Agricultural Industrial Development Bank has seen the need to donate over $14,000 to the community. The bank presented checks to different institutions at the Evergreen Hotel on September 3rd as a way of supporting the different areas of development in Dominica. The Discover Dominica Authority received a check of $10,000 to go towards the expenses of Miss Dominica Leslasa Amo Shillingford, who will participate in the Miss World pageant later this month in Indonesia. The Dominica Cricket Association, which will host the T20 Trinidad and Tobago versus the Windward Islands President 11th tournament on the 6th and 7th of September, received a check of $3,396.13. The Dominica Council on Aging, which will observe Month of the Elderly this month, was also awarded EC $1,500. Mr. Nigel Lawrence received the check on behalf of the Aging Council and expressed his gratitude to the Aid Bank for joining the quest to taking care of the elderly.
This comes at an opportune time because this month, the month of September, we are celebrating or recognizing it as, it is recognized internationally for that matter, as the National Month of the Elderly. So this is very, very timely. The Dominica Council on Aging is a non-profit organization. We came into being in 1993. We have been working in collaboration with the government in trying to take care, we say older persons, but we don't only deal with older persons.
Mr. Emmanuel Nanthan, president of the Dominica Cricket Association, said the contributions given by the Aid Bank came at an opportune time.
This weekend, the DC is hosting the Trinidad Red Force team at Windsor Park in 2 night matches, 2020 matches. One will be on Friday afternoon, right after work. You go to the stadium. We'll have exciting 2020 cricket with international stars out here at Windsor Park. So we have all the main cricketers from Trinidad will be here with us, people like Narayan, the Bravos. Dwayne Bravo will be playing for the Windward's team because he's not on the Trinidad team. People like Sammy, Johnson Charles, Andrew Fletcher, etc. will all be here this weekend playing at Windsor Park. Right after work on Friday, and again on Saturday evening. The matches will be going on into the evening. Friday from 5 p.m. On Saturday, I think we're starting from 7 p.m. And really and truly, the idea is to bring more cricket to Dominica.
Mrs. Samantha Doctrovleta, who accepted the check on behalf of the Discover Dominica Authority, was pleased with the bank for its generous donation to the participation of Miss Dominica at the Miss World Competition 2013.
As we know, Miss Dominica is presently in Indonesia, and we at the DDA saw this opportunity not only to market Miss Dominica, but also to market the destination. And we have actually embarked on a promotion campaign via our social media, so through the Discover Dominica Authority's website, our Facebook and Twitter accounts, and also Miss Dominica also has a Facebook account, which is Miss World Dominica. We can actually journey with her, see her everyday movements, and we're using this opportunity also to promote the destination because we see this as a great opportunity for destination promotion through our social media to the international market.
In more stories, on Wednesday, September 4th, the 2013 Independence activities will run for 7 weeks, were officially launched. Dominica will celebrate its 35th year of independence, where the people are expected to unite, build national pride, and preserve our cultural heritage. This year's independence anniversary will be observed under the theme One Mission, One Dominica, celebrating 35. Chief Cultural Officer Raymond Lawrence said independence is a time for gratitude, especially this year as we celebrate 35 years of independence.
It's also a time of gratitude to all those who've played a part in Dominica's continued development through the years. Once again, the government of Dominica and the Independence Committee, in collaboration with a number of partners, including private sector institutions, media houses, and others, present yet another exciting program of activities for our independence celebrations.
The independence celebrations begin with prayer, he stated. The National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving will be observed on September 21st and 22nd. This year, the National Day Parade will take place on Sunday, 3rd November from 4 p.m. at the Windsor Park Stadium.
The 2 days are meant to accommodate the denominations which observe their Sabbath on a Saturday and those which observe theirs on a Sunday. Dominicans are asked to give special thanks to God on that day and also to attend the church services, preferably in Creole wear. The official opening ceremony of the celebrations has been scheduled for Friday, September 27th at 6 p.m. at the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard. This year we will have district cultural festivals instead of competitions, and these festivals will be held in Grand Fond for the Southeastern District on Saturday, September 28th, Salisbury for the West and Southwest on Sunday, September 29th, Castle Bruce on Saturday, October the 5th for the Eastern District, Grand Bay on Sunday, October the 6th for the South District. Saturday, October the 12th, the festival for the Northeastern District will be held in Marigot, and on Sunday, October 13th, the festival in the North will be held at the Cabrit's Cruise Ship berth.
A few of the festival activities include Flag Day on 30th September, Art and Craft Exhibition at the Old Mill Cultural Center on October 15th, and Heritage Day in Bagatelle on Sunday, 20th October. Other activities mentioned were Market Day with a Difference in Marigot on 12th October in Portsmouth on the 19th and Roseau on the 26th. The Madame Wop Duet competition is carried for October 18th, while the National Miss Wop Duet pageant will be held on 24th October. Lime Dominica's Creole in the Park is scheduled for 21st through the 24th of October. Creole Day and Creole Dress Parade on the 25th of October, and the 17th Annual World Creole Music Festival will be held on the 25th to the 27th of October. The National Cultural Gala will be held on Monday, 4th November, and the National Day of Community Service on the Tuesday, 5th November, amongst other carried activities. In more story, this year the World Creole Music Festival has taken the initiative to include 8 local bands to be a part of this year's activities. The event, carried for October 26th to the 27th at the Windsor Park Stadium, will allow local bands and DJs to gain greater exposure. The Dominica Festivals Committee Board member Simeon Joseph, at a press conference on September 3rd, said that the new feature will take into consideration the whole party vibe aspect.
This year we want to have an experience. Apart from the main stage event, we want to focus on the patrons having a total experience. Movement from main stage to the vendor's court, to the drinks court, to the food court. And so that is why we have involved this year all the DJs on island to give an experience from the time they enter the court. We also want, Wadix mentioned earlier on the young rising bands, and over many years, Dominicans and many of the rising bands, as Wadix have mentioned, have asked to be part of the Creole Festival. So we're going to include them this year. This year we have included 8 up-and-coming bands to be part of the festival.
This total experience, he explained, will include movement from the main stage to the vendors' court and the food court.
and we know that is an opportunity to give the patron a different experience, and as well to ensure that our up-and-coming artists have an opportunity to showcase their talent. Now, as I said, we're having the DJs who will be scattered throughout the entrance and into the food court, giving entertainment as people are coming in. We are also going to incorporate the best of Dominica's cadence, bouillon, calypso, and other trends of music. We want to provide entertainment in all the spaces of the Creole Festival, and to ensure that while as soon as something finishes on the hotspot on Main Stage, something strikes up in the food court.
Meanwhile, Mr. Leroy Wadix Charles, marketing executive of the World Creole Music Festival, said that so far the French citizens from Martinique and Guadeloupe are very excited about the event.
They are excited, and they are excited for several reasons. Because they don't only see this festival as a time to leave their land and come to Dominica, but they see this festival as an opportunity where Creole people can come, can converge on Dominica and have fun with Creole music, Creole entertainment, Creole food, and that is the key factor in why they are excited. We met Canal Dis, which is a television network, and they have agreed to give us unlimited advertising as long as they have the information. We met Zook and News, a new partner that are willing to give us unlimited advertising. The lineup to them is possibly the best in several years. And we can anticipate here in Dominica possibly our biggest arrivals from the French Antilles this year.
This year's headline acts include French groups, Kassav and Karimi, reggae artist Busy Signal, and soca artist Marshall Montano, among others. Local bands including Triple K and the Swinging Stars, as well as Calypsonians who will perform at the festival. In other news, youth throughout Dominica have completed a computer literacy program led by the Youth Development Division from late February to March of this year. Ms. Matilda Popo, job developer at the Youth Division, facilitated the course and informed us that 45 young individuals went out on job attachments throughout the months of July and August. Some of them were kept for a month, whereas others were kept for a period of 2 months.
And they're here today just reporting on their experiences. Some of them had wonderful experiences, and they were sharing the different areas where they were involved in. Some of them also made mention too that they'll be kept.
The computer literacy module was conducted in Portsmouth, Roseau, Wesley, and Casa Bruce. According to Ms. Popo, the feedback was very impressive, seeing that a few of the individuals never had the experience of being part of a work environment.
And they are very appreciative of that experience. They are very thankful to the Youth Development Division for giving them that experience to go on attachment.
And that is done annually. Give us an idea as to the success of this program.
Actually, it is done sometimes twice for the year, and it is very successful because I can say, based on the experience and based on what they have shared with us, that's how some people get employed. And through that experience, you know, they can actually showcase to other young people what it is, what it means to them to come on that training and to go on attachment.
The annual program has given the participants extremely high hopes and confidence to apply for a job, she stated. Ms. Popo said the Youth Development Division is the young people's business, training the youth in various skills. This coming semester, the young people will be trained in computer literacy, computer maintenance, as well as hairstyling. Hairstyling will be conducted in Portsmouth, computer literacy island-wide, and computer maintenance in Roseau. The small appliances course is expected to be carried out throughout the East. Ms. Popo assured the public that they are here for the young people. The participants gave their views on the program.
It was very enjoyable because I was kind of a shy person, but I got to meet some people at the course, some children and so on, and I got to be able to better socialize, help me increase my knowledge due to the application and so on.
And from that, you got an attachment, we're being told. Tell me more about that.
I I got attached at the Financial Center in the Ministry of Employment, Trade, Industry and Diaspora Affairs. But in the Small Business Agency, I did some computer maintenance, a bit of networking, web designing, printing, data entry, filing, registry, and I was there for a month, from June 17th to July, but then due to my performance, they extended me till October month end.
We learned a lot about Microsoft Access, QuickBook programs. It was very informative. We also had a program to teach you about business, the way you behave in a business. It was very nice. We also had a HFLE program where we learned a lot of other aspects where we had stuff like HIV and this kind of things.
And in other stories, as CPL cricket continues making its way to Dominica this weekend, Caribbean airline Liat has launched a statement in response to reports from a Barbados Nation newspaper article of Sunday, September 1st, 2013, in order to clarify their involvement as it relates to the Caribbean Premier League. The article, entitled "Airplane Liat Cost US Millions," says CPL founder, states how the CPL official reportedly spoke of the travesty of what they had to deal with in the transportation of players and equipment. According to the airline, they were first contacted by CPL concerning the logistics of transporting their teams and crew in late July, and the meeting was held on July 25, 2013, a mere 5 days before the official start of the tournament. During that meeting, the CPL representatives indicated that they were seeking guarantees from Liat for timely transportation of players, crew and baggage. As this request came at the 11th hour and at a time when the airline was experiencing several challenges with delays and cancellations, Liat made it clear to the CPL representatives that while it would do its best to transport the teams and crews on time, no guarantees could be offered, since many of the challenges that were being experienced were beyond the airline's control. Liat representatives indicated to the CPL team that with an event the size and magnitude of the CPL, contact should have been made with the airline several months in advance in order to set the necessary mechanisms in place for the management of the event. Despite this occurrence, Liat looks forward to the CPL becoming a permanent fixture on the West Indies cricket scene and would be privileged to be part of a transportation solution, and is willing to work with the CPL for the purpose of bringing cricket to the people of the region. The upcoming T20 matches will be played from Friday at 5 p.m. and Saturday at 7 p.m. between Trinidad and Tobago Red Force and Windward Islands President 11. This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.
Have you ever wanted to order on the internet but don't own a credit card, or you're just fed up of the high prices of items locally? Well, the solution is Kemet's Online Services. Kemet's Online Services. Order a wide variety of items and get your items in as quick as 5 to 10 days. For placing orders or for more information, call 614-9550. The sky's the limit with Kemet's Online Services.
Support Kada Slipso. Come on, take a chance. Beat me. Haha. Try your luck. Get registered. I am registered. To beat me, you have to beat the best. King Kada Slipso competition. Remember the deadline, August 31st. Register today with NCCU. Ou te ka jwe sa cowboy, tout le va dwe di. Café Peba tout moun le ou mou te kalibishi. SAT Telecoms, the people's choice, and SATnet is the better choice. Together with NCCU, one big family. Remember this? 2012, your Kadas King. Where? This year, second edition. 2013, it will be at Newtown Savannah, October 19th. Be there. I'll be there. And I won't be Tutuni. Guess who will be? See you there.